Yo, 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 what is up? Welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel. Today we are talking a little bit about old Arthur Claus. Coming to town on October 11th of this year. And I got a little alfalfa hair, I just noticed, sticking up. I was like, ooh, that's no good. What's up, fellas? Welcome in. We're going to be talking a little bit about Terrifier 3 today. I see we're excited about some other horror news updates, which I will definitely be getting into a little bit. Had to freshen up on some of the things y'all were talking about. I was like, wait a minute, what? Piglet's getting his own movie? No, Piglet's not getting his own movie. It's not from Jagged Edge Productions. It's from a different team. But it's like the same mask, which is crazy. So like, I had to look into this a little bit because I'm like, oh wait, did they just announce one for the Poonaverse? The Twisted Childhood Universe, as they call it. Yeah, it's something else. It's just another public domain slasher. I thought they were giving Piglet his own movie. I'm like, guy died early in Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Or what's going on with all this? So no, it's not part of that. It's just it's a separate public domain slasher, which is still nuts. But anyways, how is everyone doing tonight? Dev and how's it going, fella? Love the Ghostface profile picture. Thanks for being a channel member, my friend. Saying, I just got back from Beetlejuice. The movie was great. I had an excellent time with this movie. I was cracking up. It's very funny. It's very silly. It's got a lot of really fun characters. I had a very good time with it. Check out, I put out a spoiler review yesterday, I want to say. So if you want to hear my complete full thoughts on it, go check that out. I didn't get into spoilers, but I did beat around the bush a little bit, so I kind of talked about a few gripes I had with the film, but I did really enjoy it for the most part. I'm leaning towards really liking it, for sure. The letter A is with us. A is for anus. There we go. So see, we're learning on the stream tonight. If you don't know what an anus is, kids, look it up. Anyways, finally, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Anyways, letter A is saying, finally, I can make another stream. I'm so glad you're here, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you a bunch. Thank you. Anyone think that Art will die in Terrifier 3? Well, they're gonna have to do more than cut off his head, my friend. So we'll have to see. Rami, thank you so much for being a member. I really appreciate you a bunch. Belial, I'm guessing like that little fuck from Basket Case. That's what your name is? Maybe, I don't know. But what's up, fella? How's it going? I think Terrifier 3 is the end of the story. All the characters, including Sienna and Jonathan, will die. Well, Damien Leone has talked about wanting to do another film. So I hope that we get a fourth. At least I hope. And Wild Boy Movies is actually hitting on that already. What's up, Jake? What is it? For a fourth Terrifier movie, where and which holiday would you want to see Art slashing people in? Also, I don't know why I had your stream on 2 devices and oh, you were that fella. Okay, yeah, I reposted that on Instagram. That's really funny, dude. No, that's great. The echo was terrifying. Like, I'm so scared of my own voice already, and then you did that, and I'm like, oh my god. It was awesome. No, but honestly, the next holiday, I think what would be fitting with Terrifier is probably Easter. Because I'm imagining that, going back to what we were just saying, will Art the Clown die in Terrifier 3? Yes, I do think he will. It would be like the only other way the movie could end, I think, is if Sienna and Jonathan both die. And I don't think that Damien's going to make that mistake again. We learned the hard way after the first Terrifier that people want a through line with the protagonist, not just an antagonist, right? So I think Sienna and Jonathan are going to, quotation marks around this, kill Art the Clown. But of course, the fella's going to find a way to come back. I think they're going to do honestly, I think the route that they could go to end this movie that would make it feel like a step above like some of the other big slashers that have come out is kill Art the Clown in the same way that you killed Michael Myers in like Halloween Ends. Like blow him up, grind him into meat, something like that. And somehow this motherfucker still comes back. That, in my opinion, that would be awesome. That would just be like, oh my god, how do you stop this guy? And I don't know. To me, that would be really fun. That would be a really satisfying end to this movie, and then also just a really hilarious like, okay, yeah, he's back. All right, what the hell? He's still coming back after all this. So I'm here for that, and it would make sense with the holiday, right? I swear I'm gonna put a button on this. I put a nice, neat little bow on it. Easter is all about, the like resurrection and religion and stuff. I'm not gonna get into all that, but I think it would be fitting if they were to end Terrifier 3 that way and then move into an Easter holiday so story-wise, it lines up. There's always been a little bit of biblical imagery in the Terrifier movies so far, so I think to just put a little more emphasis on that with each sequel makes a little sense. That makes a lot of sense, I should say. So that's my theory as of right now. I think Easter is going to be the most fitting with all those things in mind, of course. And Lighting Ghost is throwing $2 out there talking about that Piglet movie. You're kind of hyped for it. Okay, rock on, man. Rock on. I've said this before, and I will say it again. Whenever public domain horror, gets announced, I'm a little wary on it, because it sometimes it feels like people are just trying to get a movie out as fast as humanly possible, which, I think there's a little more that has to go into movies besides just, okay, this fell into public domain, bam, let's go. And I really appreciate the guys over at Jagged Edge Productions who are putting a little more effort into their public domain horror films. Like, I don't know. I don't know about you, but Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, that is easily the best one that I have seen so far. And I've seen a couple stinkers. So really, when it comes to public domain horror, the only stuff I tend to get excited about is the stuff being announced in the Poohniverse. But I hope that, if this is good, rock on. That would make me so happy to hear that, like, another thing out there in this universe is good. The more good horror films we have, the more good horror films we have. I mean, that writes itself right there, baby. I just want more good horror flicks. That's bottom line. I don't care what they're based on. If it's an old book from the 1920s, rock on. Let's go, man. So, Lighting Ghost, I'm so excited that you're excited for that. Thank you for the 2. Appreciate you a bunch. And here's a movie that we can both be excited about, The Wolfman. Oh my God. Okay, so this is something I really wanted to bring up on today's stream, of course. But we will talk a little more about Terrifier 3, I promise. But I really wanted to get into this because we just got a big, not like a big teaser trailer. It was like a little 2-minute one. It wasn't anything super crazy. But we got to see our first look, and we got to kind of like feel out what the plot of this new Wolfman movie is going to be from director Leigh Whannell, who of course wrote like Saw, Insidious. I mean, he has been part of countless big name horror franchises and flicks. So I wanted to talk about this tonight. I'm very excited. I will say, we got that kind of first look at what the Wolfman's going to look like. Kind of, also kind of not really, at Universal Studios. This video was going around, and I kind of talked about it in one of my most recent videos. And it doesn't look great. I mean, it looks like a costume out of the Spirit Halloween bargain bin. It's rough. Dude's running around. He just looks like an old man with like long wispy hair. And he's just like, yeah, I'm the Wolfman. It's just like, there's no way that's the Wolfman, bro. You got to be kidding me. So seeing the trailer, I never doubted it because it's Leigh Whannell. Like, Leigh Whannell is not going to put out some dog shit like that. You know what I mean? But I saw the trailer and I'm like, okay, I am completely reassured. If there was anyone who was like doubting this movie and saying, oh, it's going to be a shitty January release, there's nothing to worry about, my friends. The other reason, like, it got delayed because of the strikes too. So let's not forget that. It's not a January release because it sucks and Blumhouse is like, oh, let's just dump this. It got delayed because of the strikes. And again, I think the studio might be a little worried that that this isn't going to do well because a lot of the other Dark Universe flicks that were projected to do some numbers, and there are some good Dark Universe flicks, they just didn't make a lot of money for whatever reason. There just seems to be a low interest in these kinds of movies, which is a bummer. I think Invisible Man is like the only one that actually like was kind of a success. Like, Abigail was a really good movie in my opinion. I had a blast with it. It made no money. Like, it made absolutely no money. So it's a shame. It's a major bummer, and I just hope that this one does better. It's a January release, so it's not going to have a lot of competition. I think that Wolfman could pull in some bucks. Don't forget, Megan came out like at the top of 2023, and that pulled in like what, over $180 million. Scream 5, what was that? That was 140 million, if I'm not mistaken. So many movies have come out. I forget sometimes. But January releases, man, there's been some good ones in the last couple of years. I think Wolfman could be the one in 2025 that is like, whoa, okay, that's sick. Let's not talk about 2024's January though, because that was rough. Night Swim, yeah, right? No, never mind. But that really goes against my point that I'm trying to make. But there have been some good January releases in the 2020s. I think this is going to be another one. So Lighting Ghost, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you for supporting the page. I should say $4. Appreciate you a bunch, man. ECVR, I'm so glad you're asking about this too. I swear we're going to talk about Terrifier a little more in this stream, but I'm so excited for the front room as well. I have not seen it yet, but I'm going later, sometime this weekend. I got to see this one. It's Brandy's return to horror, and if you're like, Brandy, the drink? Well, so I'm a pretty big fan of Brandy Norwood. I really like a lot of the stuff that she's done in her career. I think she's crazy underrated. You might know her from I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, being one of the best parts of that very, very goofy sequel. And now she's returning to horror with The Front Room. She's also currently in talks to be in the I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot. Fingers crossed something happens with that. And I'm very excited to see what this is all about. I'm hearing mixed reviews, but I'm going into it with an open mind. I'm not going to get like too excited or whatever. It's an A24 horror film. I mean, I tend to like these. I like the weird art house bullshit, man. I know some people don't, but I love weird horror movies. I'm so here for it. So I'm excited to see what Front Room's all about. And I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. I'm rooting for Brandy so hard here. I want this to be like a fucking secret banger. So we'll see. We'll see what's up. But Easty, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for being a member. Thanks for being here. Erica's saying, hey. Thank you for being a mod tonight, Erica, and a channel member. What's up? Same to you, the Ribbit. Yo. What's up? How's it going? The Ribbit is an Art the Clown member, I want to say. Really thankful for this fella here, who requested today's Horror Hot Takes episode, which was on A Nightmare on Elm Street. So that is currently up for patrons to go check out right now. So after this very early stream that we're doing, you can go check that out. Jake has plans at 8 o'clock, so I had to do the stream a couple hours early. So thank you all still for being here. Appreciate that a bunch. I know, changing up the schedule a little bit. What the fuck's going on? No, we're still doing 7 o'clocks moving forward, I promise. But today we started at 5, because why not? You got to shake it up a little bit. So Stefano's hanging out with us saying, yo. Yeah. How about them apples? What's up, fella? How's it going, man? Thanks for being here. A is saying, Jake, I'm ready for Speak No Evil next week. Hype for that and James McAvoy. That's the part of it I am excited for with Speak No Evil. The cast looks pretty good. I'm worried about the quality of this film because, again, if you do not know, Speak No Evil is a remake. And everyone's like, what is this movie? Like, this looks crazy. This looks like such a good idea. And I'm like, it is a good idea because the film came out in 2021 and it was a fucking banger that no one talked about. And it's like When Evil Lurks. This was a film that came out, was it 2 years ago now? I believe this was or was it last year? I can't remember. And I think Speak No Evil was actually 2022. Wow, I'm just messing up my years. But this was another, like, international film that was so good. Speak No Evil was fantastic. So fucking gross and nasty. Same with When Evil Lurks, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people were talking about that one. Everyone was, that one kind of blew up a little bit. Speak No Evil, it flew under the radar a little more, I think, and it deserves a little more praise because it's fantastic. It's another just brutal, like, international flick that people are just did not talk about enough, and Blumhouse is of course remaking it because I couldn't tell you it doesn't need a remake. I don't know why they're remaking it, but I am excited to see if James McAvoy puts up a good performance or not. He typically does, but I'm not crazy about all the horror movies he's in, which I don't think that's a hot take, right? Most people aren't crazy about Glass or Split. I kind of like Split. I don't hate Split, But anyways, I hope it's good. I really do. Blumhouse needs a win, so I'm definitely rooting for the movie. Definitely rooting for that one. Alexa is saying, "Is Art the Clown Sienna's dad?" That's a great question. I don't think so. I'm leaning towards no, but I could see Sienna's dad being part of Art the Clown's origin. That's what I'm guessing right now. I really think that Jason Patric, who is in an undisclosed role in Terrifier 3, is going to be playing Sienna's dad. That's my theory, but of course, just a theory for now, Alexa. We'll see. We'll probably see in October. I'm excited. Ella's with us tonight. Thanks for being a member, Ella. Yas! I'm so excited to be streaming tonight, fellas. I'm so glad. Every time I stream, I'm like at my happiest on this channel. So I'm so glad all of y'all are excited too, and we're gonna get into some crazy horror talk tonight, I'm sure. Thanks for being here, Ella. Appreciate you. Layla White is saying yes. A lot of people are so excited. I love the energy tonight. It's making me even more excited. Let me chug this water so I can actually speak. But I love the energy. The energy is hot tonight, fellas. Hot like a warm glass of milk. That's That's a reference to what the fuck is it called? The Nightmare on Elm Street video. There you go. Go watch it. Anyways, IDK is with us. Yo, what's up, fella? How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member. Same to you, VKD, our resident villain, Killin' Dylan. I love the name. I'll always love that name. Always a top tier tagline right there. Thanks for being here, fella. What else is going on here? We got Corey in the chat. What's up, Corey Cunningham? How's it going, fella? Saying, hey, Jake, another day down towards October 11th. I know, we're getting there. This is stream 7 of 12, which means we only got 5 more of these streams to go, fellas. We're really getting close. Like, it's happening actively. You're also saying, damn, I've never been so hyped about a movie coming out. Let the games begin. I cannot wait. I'm excited for Saw 11, too, speaking of games beginning. But, oh my god, ugh, I need this movie in my eyeballs. Inject it into my veins right now. This is going to be the best movie of the year. I'm so excited for it. Cannot wait for it to come out, Corey. And I love your profile picture, my friend. Thanks for being here. Thanks for building up some hype for Terrifier 3. We're going to see this bad boy in the theaters very soon. It's coming. It's coming quick. I'm seeing it on Thursday before it releases too. I already got my tickets for it. Going with the guys from Splattercast. It's going to be a very fun time. And I'm dragging my poor girlfriend to it. I feel so bad. She's going to have to sit through this terrifying horror flick, but it's going to be a very fun one. A very fun watch, I think, for me at least. I'm probably going to be seeing it a couple of times that weekend. I can't wait. Screw RC Percussionist is saying, thoughts on Blink Twice. I still haven't seen it, dude. I haven't had time. I'm gonna try to live in the theater this weekend if I can. It would be really cool to just go and like hit all the movies that I missed. I got to do Strange Darling 2 weeks ago, and I was like I almost missed that, and I'm like, dear God, I'm so happy I got to see that one in the theaters. And I'm hearing good things about Blink Twice, so I gotta get out to the theater and check this one out. Jake's just been busy, but I will watch that soon. Who else have I not said hi to? Caden. Hi, Jake. How's your day been going? Fantastic, my friend. I got out a video that I've been trying to make for like over a week now today, a kill count, which I totally ripped from Dead Meat, of course, but I did pay homage to that wonderful channel in today's video. On Terrifier 3, my prediction for what I think the kill count is going to be and what we've already seen from the trailer. So I talked a little bit about that in today's video. It was a very fun one to make. So go check it out. It's one of I think it's one of the funniest videos I've made in a long time too. So I'm really happy with some of the bits. I always like little bits. So you guys know that though. Shay Rance is with us saying, hey, Jake, what's up? Both Terrifier films are re-releasing in the UK soon. I'm definitely going. Go check that out. That's going to be wild. Someone was saying earlier that they were so excited to watch 5 hours of Art the Clown, and I'm like, that's awesome. That's glorious is what that is. So I hope you enjoy that re-release. That's going to be so much fun. I'm sure one day they're going to do the whole trilogy in theaters, which is going to be, that's going to be fucking just insane. You're gonna need an intermission or something to get more snacks and take a pee break and all that. It's gonna be fun though. Shay Rance, I hope you have such a fun time. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Cabana Steve, what's up, fella? Saying, show us your Terrifier 3 Spirit Halloween merch you snagged, if you snagged any. Dude, Cabana Steve, I would have loved to. And I went like on day 3. Like day 3 of them opening up Spirit Halloween, and everything was gone. Like, I heard about the glasses, they had the flower glasses and all that, all gone. Like, sold out of all the cool new Terrifier stuff. I do have this though, which is pretty cool. My Bloody Disgusting Terrifier 2 shirt, or I think this is actually Terrifier 1. Yeah, this is Terrifier 1. Look at the back. It's something, right? So I thought that was cool. I have this at least. I have 2 Art the Clown shirts now, so it's something. It's something. I did not have one for a long time, and I was like, okay, I gotta fix that. It's like, it's kind of my job. So I gotta have some kind of Art the Clown merch on, especially for these streams too, right? It's fitting. It's gotta do something. So Cabana Steve, I'm hoping to fix that soon though. I just found. Again, shout out to the Splattercast guys who just have my fucking back here. They sent me a link to this thing where you can buy the glasses from Terrifier 3, like the what the fuck are they called? Christmas tree glasses. I couldn't think of that. So I am definitely going to pick up some of those. It's like $10 too, which is like, yeah, of course I'm going to do that. Like, that's going to be hilarious for when I do the review. Of course I'm going to wear it for that. So I'm making it happen. I'm getting more merch. Hopefully soon. APVR, what's up, fella? How's it going? Thanks for being a member. You're here. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for being here with us tonight. You rock. You rock, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Ryan Swayze is saying, hey, Jake, isn't it your birthday this month? Yes, don't remind me. Dear God, I'm going to be so fucking old. I shouldn't say that. I'm not going to be that fucking old. I'm going to be 26. But that's old. That's like, I'm way more than halfway through my 20s at this point. And I'm just like, I'm trying to enjoy the 20s, man. And I'm like, I only got a couple more years of this crazy shit. So it does make me a little sad. But nonetheless, I'm going to still be celebrating and having fun later on this month. So it's coming up September 24th. But, I'm just enjoying 25 while I still got it. But yes, Ryan. Thanks for reminding me. No, I'm just messing with you, man. Thanks for being here. Same to you, my junkie Jordy, saying don't forget to send the like button some love. Go ahead, press the fuck out of that thing. Make the like button your bitch and give it a little press like that. I love it, my junkie Jordy. Thanks for being with us tonight. Appreciate you a bunch. Who have I not said hello to? This fella here, Cello. Is it Cello Arcia? I'm terrible pronouncing things, but hello, fella. Welcome in. This countdown is our Christmas countdown, but who do you think is going to get the most brutal death besides the shower scene? I think Jennifer. I think you might be onto something. My friend, you even threw $2 in there, dude. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that. Welcome in, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. But, yes, I really think it's going to be Jennifer. I had someone leave a comment on today's video. They were like, I don't think the shower sequence is going to be the big kill scene. And I'm like, yeah, it might not be, but dude, it's gonna be brutal. I mean, this is what all the marketing is teasing this. You know what I mean? Everyone's talking about the Jennifer sequence is gonna be like the big one, and I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's gonna be like that's gonna be the most memorable, most upsetting death, for sure. But like the shower sequence, there's something there. Like there's gonna be something brutal there too. But I think the Jennifer thing's gonna be brutal because it's gonna be more than just a person being tortured to death. In ways like we've seen in the past, right? Like Dawn's death or Allie's death in the previous two films are obviously the big showcase, the big like, oh my God, like that's the thing you're going to talk about after the movie, the credits roll, right? But with Jennifer, I think it's going to be, I think she's going to see what happens to her child, if that makes sense. You're going to get that, and then Art the Clown's going to, yeah. And it's going to be vicious. It's going to be brutal. I got a message today from somebody, like, because I posted about, I did the kill count, like I'm did like a little kill count prediction for Terrifier 3. Someone was like, there better not be a child on that list, and I'm just like, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. I actually said in today's video, I'm pretty confident, like I'm like 95% sure it's gonna happen based on things we've already just seen in the marketing, and like yeah, like man, that's totally what they're gonna do to elevate the showcase sequence is make it exactly that. So you might be onto something there, my friend. I think that could be that's going to be the thing we talk about, right? Moving forward. So anyways, Erica is saying, I commented on that video and then deleted it because I thought it was Jake's video and then saw it wasn't, and I didn't know who it was. Oh, someone else? There's another video out there? There's a lot of people making really good Terrifier 3 content. I was just watching I Like Scary this morning. I love his content. Dude's great. I'm trying to think who else I really like who's doing Terrifier content right now. I mean, I love Davey Deathray's hanging out with us tonight. I love his streams. Some great stuff from him. So a lot of good stuff in the horror community here on YouTube. Jace Crawford, what's up, fella? Thanks for being a member. Saying, what's up, Jake? Just bought my Scarefest tickets for all 3 days. Yes! I love to hear that, man. Excited to talk some T3 in person. Absolutely, man. Come up to me. Let's talk a little bit about Terrifier 3. It's going to be great. That's all I want to do, like, all weekend. Like, I literally just want to meet up with people and talk about horror flicks. So it's going to be very fun. Madison and I have been talking about doing, like, some kind of meetup, like with everybody at some point. Like I'm still trying to, we're going to figure that out probably this weekend. But I do want to announce, like, hey, like this time at Scarefest when not a whole lot's going on, let's all meet in like the cafeteria or something and hang out or something. I think that would be fun. Cause usually I'm just kind of walking around and like people will be like, hey, what's up? We'll get into some conversations, but I'm thinking about doing like some kind of meetup thing. That might be fun. So, or maybe go out to the bar afterwards or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out though. It'll be fun. Ty Lee is with us tonight saying, though I don't like the holiday gimmick, if we did get an Easter Terrifier movie, they should do it in a few years and have Art the Resurrection. Easter eggs hatch little demon monsters. I do like that. I'll tell you what. I think the holiday thing can become a gimmick if you like, it's really just it's a case-by-case thing, in my opinion. If you're going to advertise your flick as, you know, the only thing new and special about it is it's set on a holiday. It's just the same movie you've already seen, but Christmas. But, you know, in New York City. Like, you know, everyone thought that about Scream 6. Like, oh, this is just going to be Scream, but in New York. You know, it's not going to be anything different. But I think I would argue... I know a lot of people disagree with this now, and that's fine. But I think Scream 6 stands on its own, and it does something fresh without just relying on the fact that we're in New York City. And I can already see things about Terrifier 3 that are special without just the fact that it takes place on a holiday. I think it's a fun, like, style choice. But hopefully that's as far as it goes. It doesn't go too far into just everything special and new about this is because it's set on Christmas Eve or whatever. So I really hope, I really hope that's not the case. But I could, you know, I could see being worried about that though, for sure. And with Easter, yeah, I think the only reason I would want it to be set there is so to avoid the whole gimmick thing. Like, again, I feel like it works with the story, right? Like what you're talking about, like the resurrection of Art the Clown. If they just set it on like Valentine's Day and it's just Art the Clown with like a little like heart thing around his head, well, yeah, that's gimmicky. But if it works with the story, like how I imagine the Christmas theme is going to, I think it's, again, I think it's all going to be fitting. It's all going to piece together well once we see it. But again, right now, it's just kind of, it just feels like Terrifier but Christmas, right? But I think when we see the movie, we see how the lore stacks up upon that, it's all going to make sense. But there's a reason they set it on Christmas, man. I'm telling you. I've been saying since Terrifier 2 came out, like, there's clearly some religious angle to this. And I'm telling you, that's why the Christmas setting was where Damien's head went. So I could totally see Easter being the next one for that same reason. Davey Deathray is with us. What's up, fella? Davey is joining me next Tuesday on the channel. We're going to have a little chat about horror and just stuff in general. It's just going to be very fun. I haven't had a guest on in a minute, so it's going to be a very good time. I'm trying to do like a weekly guest thing moving forward. Like, I think every Tuesday I'm gonna have like a guest panel thing, which will be fun. So Davey's joining us for the first one. It's gonna be a very good time. Davey, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, man. I really appreciate you supporting the page, and my week has been great. I hope yours has been great too, man. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. All right, I'm missing some super chats, so we're gonna scroll up a little bit. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. I tried to say hi to as many people as possible, and I'm sure I'll get to more coming up in the future here. But my Chunky Jordy just threw a little $5 out there. Thank you so much for your support, my friend. When are you getting married? Just kidding. Love the channel. You know, I can't say anything about that. I'll probably get smacked in the face. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. But Madison and I have been talking about moving in together, so I will say that. But how's it? Welcome in. Appreciate you a bunch for being here, fella. Thank you. I'm all embarrassed now. I'm all red in the cheeks. Jesus. But thank you so much for your love for the channel, my Chunky Jordy. That means a whole lot. And thank you for supporting the page. I love whenever you leave a comment about how I have to censor myself in videos and I'll have a little squeaky toy sound effect. And you're like, oh, the dog will start looking around and stuff. That just cracks me up. Those comments make my day. So thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting the page. So much love to you, my friend. Thanks for being here on a Friday night. You could be doing anything else. And you're hanging out with old Jake, so thank you. Desperately Uncool, that's what they called me in high school. What's up, fella? I know we all love Terrifier, but what do you think about the trilogy Terrifier is a spin-off of? I read that a little wrong. All Hallows Eve. Personally, I love them as bad as they are. I really love the first one, you know? I love the first one, and I really love Pretty Face in the third movie. That's what I gotta say about those, you know. But I do really, I think All Hallows Eve, they're fun movies. I love anthology flicks. And with that, you're gonna get some hits and misses in any anthology horror franchise. I mean, VHS is like, that's like, I know Creepshow is like, you can't touch that, right? That's like the anthology franchise. VHS has my heart, man. That's like the best anthology series out there, in my opinion. Even with the misses, like, I've seen them so many times, I appreciate the ones that I don't like, you know? There's something about VHS that it just hits for me, and some of the All Hallows Eve segments have that same, like, atmosphere and cryptic energy about them that I really do enjoy. So I don't know, I vibe with it. It's very fun. I think the first one is definitely the best one, because it's all Damien Leone stuff. And then the weird alien one too. but it's a very fun flick. And obviously it was what was responsible for launching Art the Clown into getting his own spin-off movie and series. So a lot of people forget that, you know, a lot of people forget that, Yeah, the Terrifier is technically just like a spin-off of an anthology flick, which is so weird, right? Terrifier is way more popular. It's kind of like if one of the VHS spin-off movies, which there are 2 of, by the way, I still haven't seen one, just saw Kids vs. Aliens the other night, and it was fantastic. But it would be like if one of those movies was way more popular than the main franchise, which is, it really is a bizarre thing when you think about it. I've heard Damien talk about in interviews, though, how he never really wanted to do like an anthology thing. He just wanted to get more attention on the Terrifier short film so that he could make the full feature. So he just kind of slapped some of his short films together and then whipped out All Hallows Eve. There you go. But I love it. It is really fun. Obviously, I like Terrifier a little more and Terrifier 2 a lot more. So it's just been like constant, like upping the quality as you go along through Art the Clown's history. And it's fantastic. I love it. So I got to go back and watch All Hallows Eve at some point. I'm seeing elements of that here in Terrifier 3. And I'm so curious to see how, Damien's mindset was when he originally made like the Ninth Circle, which is obviously one of the segments of All Hallows Eve, and how that's like kind of built up to certain elements of Terrifier 3 that we've already seen in the trailer. So I'm curious to go back and watch it again. I've only seen All Hallows Eve once, and I want to go back and watch it one more time just to, again, compare and contrast a little bit. But it's very fun. Carter Sauce. I love this name. What's up, fella? How's it going? Great profile picture, too. That's awesome. Throwing $5 out there. Thanks for the support. Saying, pop quiz, what movie is that quote from? Bonus points if you name who it is. Zombie Platter. My wife made it. I know exactly what this movie is from. It is from I know what this quote is from, sorry. It's from Terrifier 2, the post-credits scene, and Burke says it, played by Chris Jericho. Oh! Man, I was worried there when you said pop quiz. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm not going to know what it is. I'm gonna look like such an idiot. But bam! Zombie Platter, baby. I hope we see the Zombie Platter come back in Terrifier 3, because I need a follow-up with that, frankly. It looks pretty fucking gross, I'm going to be honest. Burke's wife, 0 out of 10. I don't know what to tell you. But, what they always say is don't knock it until you try it, my friend. Carter Sauce, thank you for the $5. A great question. Because that's a line that you might not have picked up on, but I've seen Terrifier 2 more times than I'd like to admit. It's an embarrassing number. But anyways, let's move on a little bit. Jackie 2023, what's up, fella? Jake needs his liquid, saying, on the first day of Christmas, Artmas gave to me 1 severed head, 2 pimp slaps. What does that mean? And 3 bottles of salt. I love this. I think we need to write the whole song, and we need to get it recorded. We need to get Leah Voicey, who performs the Clown Cafe song, in Terrifier 2. We need her to do a cover of this. I think that would be fantastic for the new movie. That's fantastic, Jackie. I love it. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Deegan is saying, got my tickets for 6:45 on October 11th. Sad I can't attend the last Artmas stream, but so excited for the movie. I don't think I'm going to do the last one on Friday. I think I'm going to do the last Artmas stream the day before it premieres, worldwide in theaters. So it probably won't be on October 11th. I'll probably do it leading up to it, because I thought about that, and I'm like, I should have done this. I should have started this a week earlier, because I was like, oh, I'll do it the week it comes out, and I'm like, everyone's gonna go see it. Who's gonna watch? I appreciate you all so much for watching these streams, but I don't blame you if you guys are gonna go see the movie we've all been talking about for months, opposed to showing up for a stream. Yeah, I would do the same. So no worries, my friend. I think we're going to do it earlier in the week. Maybe Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those days beforehand. And we'll call that the last one, right? And then probably over the weekend or Monday or something, we'll have a spoiler stream, maybe a spoiler-free stream where we're talking about it for those who haven't seen it, who just want to hear spoiler-free thoughts. Then a spoiler stream on the following Monday there. So that's kind of how I want to start setting up the streams like this. But no worries, we'll have some time to go see the movie and then stream and talk about it too. It's gonna be fun. It's like a little book club, but with the nastiest horror movies that are coming out. I'm behind in comments. I am. I just like reading comments. I could just do this all day. I want to read every single one. Like this fella here is still talking about how I feel old at 26. But Plant Gay for Life, I love the name. Saying you feel old at 26. What are you gonna feel when you're 36, 46, 56, 66, 76? God, I hope I get that old. Saying youth isn't forever, but neither is life, and you got a lot of life left. You know, I hope so. I live every day like my last, though. Which is why I'm pursuing a YouTube career and not an actual career. But yeah, you know, I hope I make it that far. That would be awesome. But my back hurts already, and that's not good. So anyways, let's move on though. Thank you for being here, my friend. I will try to appreciate life a little more at this, I guess, somewhat young age. I'm starting to feel old though. I feel like I could be a dad. I'm at the age where like I could be a dad and no one would bat an eye, and I'm just like, all right, let's get a move on. But anyways, Stefano is saying, I've only watched Terrifiers 1 and 2 once last year without knowing the saga. I'm holding my urge to watch them in October for more excitement. I definitely think a rewatch of both will aid your viewing experience of 3. I will say that. There are things I missed in Terrifier 2 that going back and watching them again, it's like, holy crap, whoa, I totally missed that little. It's like little tiny details that you wouldn't even have picked up on. But they had a lot of time to make that movie, so there's a lot of really interesting stuff going on in there that you would totally miss the first time around. The acid is something I missed the first time, and watching it on the second watch, I was like, whoa. I totally didn't even realize that. And they like make it so clear that like, yeah, he steals the acid at the beginning and throws it in Brooke's face like 2 hours later into the movie. It's a crazy Chekhov's gun, or should I say Chekhov's acid, but I love it nonetheless. So Stefano, definitely give those a rewatch, my friend. Not a horror film, but are you interested in The Killer's Game? Isn't that action movie with is it Jason Momoa? Is it some like one big actor is in that? I do really like action movies, but a lot of them have just been John Wick copycats lately that I've noticed. Bullet Train was really good. That's another standout from recent memory. I'm trying to think what else was like, oh, this was such a must watch, action wise, man. Beekeeper was a skip, like a mad skip. Holy crap. Deadpool and Wolverine was fun, had some really good action to it, but that's, it's a little more superhero. I don't know. I don't. There haven't been a lot of action movies that have really impressed me lately. Again, it's just been a lot of like, let's just try to do John Wick but better. From what I've seen, I still haven't seen Monkey Man. Actually, in all fairness, I still have not seen that, and I hear that's fantastic. I've been meaning to pick that up too. I want to buy that one. Like, there's been so much good like hype about it, so much good praise and talk. So in all fairness, for those of you who are going to say that movie's fantastic, I'm sure it is. I have not sat down and watched it. Josh is with us tonight saying, would you agree that Terrifier is the darkest slasher franchise? That's so tough to say. That's a great question, though. Is it the darkest slasher franchise? I think it's the darkest slasher franchise that is still like palpable and enjoyable. Does that make sense? Like, I've seen movies that are darker, but that doesn't mean they're better. That, like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you can push it too far to the point where like it's not even fun anymore. It's just sadistic and cruel. But Terrifier still finds a way to, to do all that but have fun, right? So that's a big thing about Terrifier to me that I really respect and love about it. So, all right, I am going to catch up because I'm so fucking behind. Apologies, everybody. I could just sit here and read every single comment you guys put in the chat, and then we'd be here for fucking 5 hours. I wouldn't mind. No one would be watching at hour 4 probably, but I'm vibing. Anyways, Awesome Destroyer's throwing 5 out there saying, got Monster Mania con tickets for October and November. Nice. I get to meet Matthew Lillard in October and Lauren, Elliott, Damian, David, and Roebuck in November. Dude, oh my God, that's so exciting. Have so much fun, Awesome Destroyer. All those people in question are so fantastic. Hilariously enough, I just got to meet all these people at some point within the last like year or so. Daniel Roebuck was at the premiere for Stream, the kindest, like just an unbelievably kind gentleman, and he was so funny. He was trying to get popcorn before the movie, and, and he was so kind. It was just a really funny little experience and run-in with the fella who I've been watching in movies for such a long time now, and he's gonna be Santa Claus in Terrifier 3. Fuck yeah. I think he's going to get sawn in half with the chainsaw. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for it, man. Awesome Destroyer. Have so much fun meeting all those people. And again, Matthew Lillard, I couldn't stress enough, every single cent that goes towards meeting that fella is so worth it. I met him and I told him how much like I love Scream and Stu's my favorite Ghostface and stuff, and he kissed my hand. I'm just some greasy loser who watches movies, and fucking Shaggy from Scooby-Doo kissed my hand. It was so cool. So Matthew Lillard is a must meet. Even if you're not like crazy about Scream or whatever, I would recommend meeting this guy just because of how cool he is. But Awesome Destroyer, have such a fun time, my friend. Thank you for the 5. And come to Scarefest too, if you can. If you haven't like just spent all your money on cons yet, come to Scarefest in Lexington. So we can all say hey and hang out. I just realized I spilled water all over my keyboard. That's so fun. Glenn Brock, thank you for the $5. Is your profile picture a space anus? It kind of looks like that. Or is that a space turtle? Hang on now. Let's do some analysis here. What's going on here? Oh, those are scales. Those are like the Libra symbol scales. From far away it looks like a gigantic anus in the sky, like opening up and like poop was gonna spray out or something, but like a cosmic one. No, that's scales actually. Glenn, thank you for the 5, man. I really appreciate it. Sorry about the confusion there. I guess I get all excited when the topic of anuses come aboard. We're 40 minutes into this and I've said that word far too many times. Anyways, let's get back to it. Rivgo Crazy is saying there was a theory that Damien Leone is trying to get Art the Clown to become real. That's terrifying. Please no. Please, Rivgo Crazy, dear God. Smokey McPot, I love this name. I love Art. He's not a bad guy. He's just misunderstood. I agree. He's giving out presents to children in this movie. It's a wholesome family Christmas movie. You can't tell me otherwise. Terrifier 3 is a wholesome family Christmas movie, and Die Hard is a goddamn Christmas movie. And we're moving on. Smokey McPot, thank you. Oh! Danielle Kenshin, what's up, fella? Yo, Jake, you're finally back. I am. I should just go live every day. What am I doing making videos? I'm just gonna go live. Just bitch about shit. Just bitch about horror movies. That's my life, basically. I love it, though. I'm so thankful that I get to do this crazy shit. It's awesome. Anyways, let's keep moving through this. I gotta get caught up in the chat. Drizzy Fest is saying, can you do a watch along next year when it hits streaming and DVD? Absolutely, yeah. I would do more watch parties, but it doesn't seem like there's like the craziest amount of interest in that. I usually get like, 20 people, maybe 10, 20 people, which is cool. Like, rock on. I know some people really like the watch alongs. I wish I could do more, and I wish I could actually show the movie though, but that's like crazy illegal. And I know some people are like, you could still show the movie if you do this and that. And I'm like, yeah, but that sucks. That's like basically pirating a movie. So I don't want to do that personally, but I wish I could do more with watch along stuff like that. But yeah, YouTube would be like, nah. But Drizzy Fest, thanks for being a member and thanks for being here. Talia Nakarado, Nicotero, Greg Nicotero. What's up, Talia? How's it going? Also, I'm going to Beetlejuice tonight, and I'm beyond excited, even though I know it will have flaws. That doesn't mean it's a bad movie, though, my friend. I had a great time with Beetlejuice, even though there are some like recognizable, like, okay, why did they do this opposed to this kind of thing when you're watching the movie? But it is so funny. Like, it is unbelievably hilarious. And oh my God, you're gonna have a really good time with it. Like, if you're a fan of the original, you're gonna like Beetlejuice, but it's definitely like a minor step down. The one thing about it that I will say is just phenomenal is all the characters from the original are like, have not skipped a beat since the original flick. And that to me that's all I wanted. That's really all I wanted from Beetlejuice. And it certainly delivers on that. The characters are there. I actually do really like a lot of the story elements with the legacy characters. But it's got some weird, like, just some choices that I don't think were the best way to handle certain things about this movie, but that's all I'm going to say. Go check it out. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a spoiler review at some point, but it's not really like a movie. I don't know. Like, I feel like I kind of covered the things I wanted to talk about in the non-spoiler review. It's not like a Scream movie where it's like, obviously you can't talk about who the killer is initially when it comes out, right? So I don't really have that much more to air out about the film. There's a few more things I would like to talk about, like with spoilers, but we'll see. We'll see what's up. Davey Deathray is saying, Art the Herald Angel sing. Okay, that's all I can do without YouTube shutting me down. But but I love it. Gory goo in shower steam. That's really thought out, Davey. That's fantastic. We were just writing all these Christmas songs here Seriously, someone call up Leah Voicey. Let's let's make this happen. Let's get her in the studio and just re-record all this shit. Dialing Space, I became a dad at the age of 17. Holy crap. You're still young, my boy. Lots of horror in your future still to come. Well, that's awesome. I commend you a bunch. I do want to become a dad at some point. I very much so. I have a passion for horror movies, but I've always wanted to start a family. So I would like to do that at some point in my day. So hopefully I can do that at some point. But that's fantastic and commendable, my friend. Yo, Jake, what do you think? Do you think both Sienna and Jonathan will survive again? I'm like... Man, I don't know. Like, I really don't know, because here's what's throwing me off, right? Here's the biggest thing. There's nothing in the trailer that suggests that either of the characters die. And I know at the end of the one, or I think it's both trailers, you have Art the Clown with the axe, right? And it's like coming down right on Sienna. That's an editing trick, bro. So that's not the same scene with Sienna. I'm telling you that right now. That's going to be when probably her aunt and uncle get killed by Art. That's my guess, at least. But staying focused here, Jonathan, I think, could die. And here's why I'm saying that, right? Because I think you could have one survivor at the end of these movies. But again, Sienna, you're gonna be following Sienna through these movies. She's safe. They're not gonna kill Sienna. That's your through line with the story. You can't kill Sienna and Jonathan, or like one or the other. And obviously Sienna's like the star of the show. She's our main final girl. You need that component in a slasher. Jonathan, I could see dying, though, to be an emotional weight on Sienna. Like, if Jonathan dies and she couldn't save him, like, that's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt Sienna big time, because they have this bond, because of what happened in Terrifier 2. So to kill Jonathan, I think, would be just like this emotional hit that would suck. And I love Elliot Fulham. I don't want him to die. But story-wise, it kind of makes sense, because you have Gabby, who I think will survive. Because I don't think we're going to kill two little girls. But if one dies, then it's like, well, now she could. Now you're left in suspense of, well, will they, won't they, kind of thing with that. Will Art the Clown go after her too? And I really, honestly, taking back what I said earlier, I think that shot where Art the Clown's got the axe up like this and is going to, about to down on somebody, that's going to be the little girl. There's going to be like a bit of tension and suspense with that. It's like, oh my God, Art the Clown's chasing after Gabby. Like, are they going to kill her? Oh no, this is terrible. And then Sienna's going to save the day probably and blow him up or something. But I'm telling you, I don't think Jonathan's living through this one, which would be a major bummer. I feel like Terrifier 3, while yes, I think it can top what came before in the previous two films in terms of brutality, I think it will also have some more emotional deaths too. Barb, like a little bit in Terrifier 2, but not that much, right? I think we could have a really upsetting death in Terrifier 3, which again would be diversity in how you feel about the kills happening on screen. I think that's always a little more powerful than just showing me the most brutal thing ever. If you can have like an emotional layer or just some other element to your kill that's not just upsetting, but also like, oh my God, no, like that sucks. Oh, I cared so much about this character. I'm definitely emotionally attached to Sienna and Jonathan. So if Jonathan dies, I'm going to feel so bad for Sienna. Like, that's just going to be so upsetting. But we'll see. Again, all things in time. I think there's going to be two survivors again, though, if I had to guess. Madison is currently driving to my house, and she's going to bust down the door. Please do so. That would be so funny. Come on stream. Let's talk horror together. It'll be a good time. What else is going on here? Have I seen Stream? Damian Leone and David Howard Thornton, you mean, worked on it? Yeah, so Smokey McPutt, I hate to be so full of myself here, but I did get invited to the premiere. I was actually there. I covered it in a recent video. I think the video's even called I Went to the Stream premiere, so go check that out. I did a little non-spoiler review there, and then there's a spoiler review in another video I did later on. But I really liked, quick thoughts, I really enjoyed Stream. It has some problems, but it's fantastic, and it's definitely one of the better, like, just like horror films in general of the year, because of like just some great little story twists and all that, and some brutal kills. Also, David Howard Thornton is fantastic in it, like easily one of the best parts, along with Player 3 as well. I think the killers are all great and all have like different personalities from each other, but it's not like your typical like multiple killer kind of movie where it's like it just feels gimmicky. Like everyone, there's a purpose for it, you know? And I also feel like the best part of the whole movie, again, just like Terrifier 3, is the fact that it builds this universe while telling a small story. So there's a lot going on in that one that I really enjoyed. I couldn't recommend seeing it more. My buddy called me the other day and was like talking about wanting to do a fan film. He loved Scream so much. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like, that is so fucking cool. So there's a lot of love for this franchise. I really hope that they get to make a sequel, because they teased some crazy shit at the end of this one that, if they were able to do it, would make me so happy. But I really loved this movie a lot, Smokey McPot. I had a very good time with it. Jason Rushman is with us. What's up, fella? How's your Friday night going? I was supposed to go see Avril Lavigne tonight, but they sold out of tickets real quick. That is a major bummer, my friend. Avril Lavigne is like my whole childhood. That's so awesome. Well, not so awesome. It's a major bummer. I'm so sorry. You got to watch Killjoy Jake now. Ugh, that sucks. No, let's be honest. Avril Lavigne beats me out all day. Come on. Come on. I'd rather see Avril Lavigne than listen to this dumb shit. But Jason, I'm so sorry, but I am glad you're here. I will say that. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. You're always welcome here if you can't make it to the Avril Lavigne concert. That's going to be my new tagline. No Avril Lavigne? Well, come say hey to Killjoy Jake. There we go. I love it. Deegan is saying my shift at work is 5 to 6 hours, and every Friday that's no good. I wouldn't mind a long ass stream to keep me going. Oh, I got you, dog. I got you. I'm trying to take some time off in November, and I'm honestly thinking about just streaming on this page for a month. Like, I'm like, why not? Like, why not just do like 3 long streams a week opposed to sitting here for 8 hours editing videos? So I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm not gonna lie. So you might see some insane streams coming in the future. The Variety Reel laughing his ass off. Nice. Good. Oh, I'm so excited. You're also saying that Matthew Lillard would be a nice meet and greet for sure. Bucket list goals. It should be. It should be on your bucket list. If you're a horror fan, go meet Mr. Matthew, Mr. Lillard. Splattercast is with us too. What's up, fella? Papa Jake just got my Christmas tree glasses and they are perfect. Officially ready for opening night. I'm ordering mine like right after this because I have to get these. We all got to go together with Christmas tree glasses. That would be so ridiculous. I love that so much though, man. I cannot wait to go see it with you Thursday night before. It's gonna be so much fun. Cannot wait for this movie. Dying for it, man. Dying for it. Is that Chechi BC with maybe a Fast and Furious profile picture? I think I'm wrong all over the place here, but fuck it. What's up, fella? Hi, Jake. Did you talk about the pic taken from the mall when they were recording? We can see the security trying to take him out. I have talked about that. Looks like he won't kill any kids. A good guy. He is a good guy. He's misunderstood, okay? It's a wholesome family Christmas movie. Anyways. Yes, I have talked about this before. I really do think this is going to be like just a really goofy sequence. Like, I'm thinking like at the end of the bedroom scene, right? How do they wrap that up? They have Art the Clown with the mom's severed head passing out candy to everybody, to the kids, but he's not, slashing anybody up, right? Art the Clown doesn't always want to kill. I really just think he's pure chaos, like more than anything. He just wants to cause panic and do like evil shit and crack up about it. Because let's analyze that scene real quick, right? He, knock at the door. He hands out candy to everybody, and the one kid tries to grab for more, and he smacks his hand. He's like, "No, one." So funny. I love it. But then he's cracking up afterwards. He's like, oh my God, those stupid kids didn't realize that was a real severed head. And like, he's literally just goofing around. Like, Art the Clown's motive in any given situation is, what's the craziest thing I can do here? And sometimes that doesn't involve murder. So I really do think that the scene is going to be pretty tame. There's not going to be any kills. He's just going to get kicked out after the real mall Santa shows up and is like, who the fuck is this guy? So no, I completely agree with you. I talked about this in my video today, because we're hearing people say like, oh, this is going to be like this is going to be a massacre, the sequence here, and I'm like, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think it's just going to be pure chaos. Him handing out gifts and he's covered in blood. Like that alone is enough. That is enough to be fucking crazy. But anyways, I love this. This is my number one comment of the night. If I could frame a comment on my set somewhere, this would be one. Baja Stupid Jack is saying Killjoy anus. I love it. That's gonna be my alter ego. Like I come on here with like a beard and I'm like all evil and shit. I'm Killjoy anus. I love that. No, that's fantastic. Thank you, Baja Blast. I appreciate you. Chamberlain is saying, I think Art will kill the mall Santa. Also because there is a part in the trailer where he's in a bar and has the suit, but without the beard. He has he has the beard and a piece of lip at the mall, though. Oh, yeah. Daniel Roebuck's a goner, dude. Like, that one for sure. But Chamberlain, I will say, in the cast list, there's another character credited as Mall Santa. And Daniel Roebuck is specifically Santa Claus. Why did I put emphasis there? Santa Claus, not Santa Claus. There we go. Yeah, so I think he kills like probably a different mall Santa, right? But like at the whole sequence at the mall after he's got the costume and the ripped off beard and shit, that's when I think he's gonna get. That's when I think this other guy's gonna come in and just be like, "What the fuck? Like, get out! This is my gig, bro." But again, just a theory, of course. That's not confirmed. That's the best part about these chats. Die in the Yard is not a Christmas movie. I have not heard of Die in the Yard, but Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Try to tell me otherwise. It's not. Watch it. That's not an opinion. It's a fact. Anyways, let's keep moving forward here. What else is going on? I think Beetlejuice didn't need a sequel. You know, it didn't, but this one's fun. It's fun. I agree. Beetlejuice doesn't need a sequel, but I'm kind of glad it got one. I'm glad it has one. It's fun. I don't think the story is as good as the original, but it's still fun. What else is going on here? What do I think of the Midnight Meat Train? Great question, Corey. I love this movie. This was one I went into blind and was kind of, again, blown away by. Not every movie needs not every movie needs a twist, but when a twist hits you particularly hard, it can really make a movie a big standout. And this one was one where I was just like, what the fuck? Like, this is not at all what I thought this movie was going to be. And I loved it. Like, I know some people really liked like Long Legs, for instance, because it turned out to be something else entirely than what it presented itself to be. But this is a movie where I feel like that really worked for me personally, where Long Legs did not. This is a movie that presents itself as one thing, and then it's just like, oh, actually it's this. And you're like, whoa, crazy shit. But Midnight Meat Train, fantastic movie. Flies under the radar. Who came up with the story for that? Is that Clive Barker? I want to say that's Clive Barker, but I don't quote me on that. Paula Fitzhenry is asking, what would I like to see in Scream 7? A good Ghostface reveal. God, please give us another good one. I haven't seen a good Ghostface reveal since Amber in Scream 5, and I don't know. Like, I want a good reveal. Like, I want the wool pulled over my eyes. Of course, I'm always gonna want that. But more than anything, I just want a motive that is not, I'm a pissed off family member. You killed my kid. Like, I'm so sick of that, dude. Like, give me, I will take anything. I'll take like the most frivolous, stupid shit at this point. You broke my coffee cup. Oh, that sent me into a murderous rage. I will take that. I will take coffee cup smacked on the sidewalk over I'm an angry parent. I'll take it. Like, I'll take smashed coffee cup at this point, man. Just anything besides an angry father or mother or cousin, brother, this, that, the other, man. I'm so sick of it. Like, I'm tapping out on Scream. I'm dead serious, dude. I'm tapping out on Scream if it's Sydney's long lost brother, cousin, sister. I'm like, y'all are out of ideas. You're telling me you're out of ideas if that's what you do for Scream 7. Like, for the love of God, give me a motive that's anything fucking else. I'll take anything at this point. I don't even care. I don't, like, if I guess the killer, fine, whatever. I don't care about that. Give me a fucking villain speech that is pure evil, lemon scented bullshit. Because even though Amber's reveal got me in Scream 5, I'll admit, like, I didn't see that coming. I don't think most people did. I'm going to be real. Even though some like to say, oh, I saw Amber coming from a mile away. Did you think that scene was going to happen, though? I don't think you did. I don't think you thought that the bam, that was going to happen. You did not think that was going to happen. Come on now. But more than anything, I want an evil Ghostface speech. I want like the Jill scene again from Scream 4, where she's like, she goes on that crazy monologue about how she's so full of herself and like wants fame and all that bullshit, and then like does all the like the self-mutilation bullshit. It's like, ugh, that's so fucked up. I want to feel that upsetting emptiness when I watch the ending of a Scream film again, and I haven't felt that since 4. They fooled me in 5, but they didn't make me feel scared of the killers, I guess. They were gross and weird, and I did like that. But I don't know if I was scared of Amber or Richie. So I'm really hoping that in Scream 7, they can make me feel that grossness again. Okay, I got to catch up in the chat because I'm really behind again. I guess I really suck the air out of the room. Dear God. Here we go. You should do a hot take with the movie Tales from the Dark Side. I have not heard of Tales from the Dark Side. I like Tales from the Crypt. I like Tales from the Hood. Hang on now. Tales from the Dark Side. So there's a movie and a television series, but the TV series comes up first. Oh, this is like an old school one? I've never even heard about this before. No way. A Twilight Zone type of show, this horror anthology series produced by noted horror filmmaker George Romero. What the fuck? No way. I've never even heard of this before. This is so cool. Okay, I got to look into this. Yeah, no, that rocks, my friend. Tales from the Dark Side. Okay. George Romero doing like some anthology shit. That's awesome. I'm here for that. I mean, Creep Show, so rock on. If I see Scream 8, I'm not going to read that. Don't get me wrong, the movie is great, but it needs to end. Okay, and one more thing I will say about Scream, and I promise we're going to get back on track here. I think that there are plenty of good ideas that they could approach for a new movie, but they're just not. Like they're just deciding. I feel like they're just deciding to kind of rest on their laurels a little bit, which like I get that. But there's some good stuff out there. There is some good ideas that I've heard pitched that I'm like, this could be developed into something great if it was given to a screenwriter who knew what they were doing. But they just like, I don't know. I just feel like with a lot of these characters, they're just like even like Scream 5, right? Even in Scream 5, we're back at Stu's house because we have to, right? Because that's the location from the original, right? I'm just imagining, what if we went to like somewhere else? What if we did something else? What if we saw some place in Woodsboro that we hadn't seen before? That would have been way cooler for a third act setting. I think 6's end setting was cool. Like the Ghostface Shrine was sick, but it just kind of lent itself to more nostalgia again. The original Scream, like, yeah, it points the finger at other movies that you've seen before and is like, oh, this movie, that movie, whatever. But it was fresh in doing that. Like now Scream is kind of just doing what every other horror franchise is doing and just pointing the finger back at its own catalog. And I don't know, that's not, that to me isn't Scream. Scream is, let's point the finger at all these other horror movies that are popular right now and joke and laugh a little bit about them. Rub them, do a little elbow rubbing, saying like, remember this dumb thing from this movie? There's a little bit of that in Scream 5, admittedly, but Scream 6 kind of lost that a bit. I do like 6. 6 is a fun movie, but I think I like it for reasons that are completely different than the other Scream films, so that's just my thoughts. I'm excited to finally get some updates on Scream 7, though. We're hearing that it's getting delayed to January now, which is just like, that sucks. But I'm excited for some like real hard like evidence like that of things we can talk about. Like give me a fucking cast list already, you know what I mean? So FNAF God is saying, yo dude, what is something you don't want to see in Terrifier 3? I don't want to see Terrifier get pushed so far to the point that it's just like it's too much. If there's anything I'm worried about, like I hope it's not like too crazy. I watched a movie the other night that, hello. Yeah. Is Madison here? Okay. I got all excited. I'll be down in a sec. Okay. I thought my girlfriend was here and I got all excited. But anyways, let's get back to this. Terrifier 3, though. What do I not want to see? I don't want to see them push. I don't want to see them sacrifice the story or any of the other great things that I love so much about this franchise. To just push that envelope further and make it more terrifying. That would make me sad. Because I do love that about Terrifier. That's great. I love that we're pushing the envelope constantly, but we don't have to sacrifice the greater story to do that, in my opinion. So that is something I'm worried about. I'm not worried about it, but that's a fault that they could fall into. Does that make sense? I don't think they will, though. I really think that Terrifier 3 is going to be handled with care. I really think that, Damien Leone, who has talked a little bit about how he's read comments from people. Like he's listened to criticisms about the first Terrifier and then made Terrifier 2, which was a step up from all of those criticisms from the first one, where, you know, a lot of people were like, it didn't really have a story. I wanted a protagonist to root for. Now we have that here in Terrifier 2. And the story is done really well. But I think that I think they won't make that mistake again. They understand that you have to have that protagonist angle if you want people to get on board and really care. So I don't think that's anything to worry about. I should rephrase that. I'm not worried about it, but it is something that they could fall into, knowing the mindset of these creatives, which I love. I love that we're here to push things and, you know, make things as brutal as possible in a world where a lot of horror films just feel a little softer these days. Not all of them, but some of them. Danielle is saying, hi again, Jake. Hello, Danielle. How are you? Here's a funny question. I like funny questions. Who do you think is going to win in a fight, Art the Clown or the cannibals from Wrong Turn? Whew, that's tough. So, you know, what's interesting about Art is we usually see him going up against one person at a time, and he does struggle when it's two people fighting him. Something I've noticed rewatching some of these movies before. He's typically better one-on-one. And that's usually how he likes to kill anyways. He likes to take his time with one person and then move on to the next. So I could see him struggling in this fight against the cannibals. But again, we don't know how to kill Art the Clown. We have seen the cannibals from Wrong Turn die a few times now. So I feel like Art wins this fight, but hello? Hello? Come on in. Come say hi to all the people watching right now. Look at this. We have someone sneaking on. From the chat list, they're breaking in over to the other side.
I saw you get so excited for your mom.
I thought it was you. I got so excited. I was like,
getting myself out of the car when that happened. I was already here, technically.
Well, good. I'm so glad you're here. It's so nice to see you. How are you?
So tired.
She's so tired, everybody. Oh, I'm so tired. Don't flick me in the head. Damn. But anyways, yeah, I feel like Art the Clown. I feel like Art the Clown would have some trouble. It would be a tough fight. But overall, I think he wins it though, is what I'll say. So Danielle, great question. I love it. Melissa Thickness, obviously. That's a comment right there. How do you feel about that, Melissa Thickness?
I want to see how thick this thickness is.
How thick are we talking though? Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, I'm sure Allie wouldn't have been tortured if she'd given candies to Art kindly. Yes, I totally agree. I've talked about my whole theory with this scene is that, yeah, I think the reason that Art the Clown goes on those ridiculous showcase sequences in the first place is because he gets a little ticked off by the characters in question. Dawn was fucking with him a little bit while he was trying to put the moves on Tara, and he's like, you're totally killing my vibe here. I'm trying to rizz up this other character, and just not happy. You're sitting on my lap. You're taking pictures with me. Art the Clown's trying to make his moves on all that, and then he had to go and poop all over the walls, as you do. Right?
That's a you move.
That's a me move. That's what I would do.
You would poop on the walls as a statement.
I would always poop on the walls as a statement. That's that's who I am as a human being. But yes, no, I agree. I genuinely think if Allie had just handed out some candy to him, she would have been fine. But you know, that's so. If I meet Art the Clown, if I have an encounter with the fella, I'm gonna be very kind to him and hope he's in a good mood and doesn't want to slash into my skull. Juno Simon is saying I have a theory that Astrid's dad. Oh, hang on now. Shh. No spoilers. I see what you're talking about. No spoilers for Beetlejuice. But Juno, we'll talk spoilers in a couple weeks. So hold on to that. Because I see what you're saying there. And I don't want to spoil it for the great people out there who might not have gotten a chance to see the sequel quite yet. So we'll talk about that soon. We'll talk about that in the future. But I'm just like, hold the presses. No spoilers yet. Art the Clown Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I would love to see Art the Clown and Leatherface just hang out together. But I guess we're kind of already getting that in Terrifier 3, right? He's got the big old nasty chainsaw. It's awesome. Have you seen the Terrifier 3 trailer?
You never made me watch it.
You gotta watch it. What?
You said you were going to make me, and then you...
Did I forget to do? I forgot to do that.
You forgot about Terrifier 3.
I'm failing at my job here. I'm completely this is my one job, really, and I'm completely failing. What's up?
Nope.
What'd you just say to me? No, I'm kidding. I gotta watch what I say on this stream. I'm gonna get in trouble. Madison, she's here. She's real. Did y'all doubt that she was real? Did you guys think that like I was just doing that in the stream? I just made up. I like AI generated. It's just it's just somebody like just pretending like I have a girlfriend to make myself seem cool. Are you just one of my buddies in a skin suit?
Yeah.
I knew it.
I'm Connor.
You're Connor. I knew it. Damn it. I've never seen you and Connor in the same room together, so I think you are imaginary. I think I'm just making this up. Yeah, let's be honest. What? I can't hear you. I'm so deaf. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you've seen me and Connor in the same room.
I've never seen you and Connor in the same room. I don't know what you're talking about. Never one time. What horror film would you like to see? What horror film would you like to see me get nominated? What? Get nominated? Are you in a horror film? Get in a horror film, my friend. That's awesome. Rock. I don't know where you're going with that one, but hell yeah, dog. Anyways, it just made it worse that she didn't give him any candy. I agree. But again, I feel like she could have gotten out of it. Had she just given the fella some candy. I think all he wanted was candy. In an interview with David and Damien, they said they see Art as an asexual, and there is never a sexual motive in anything he does. So to answer any question of what is too far, that would be the answer. I do agree with that last statement. This, interestingly enough, this came up on the previous stream. Like, what do we feel like Art the Clown's sexual preference would be? And I totally, this I agree with. I totally agree with. But I will say, at first, I said pansexual because I feel like that's like just the most chaotic. But this, I think this works in context with, realistically what the character is, right? Because I think if he did have any sexual motives, it would really just be like awful, and you wouldn't want to watch that kind of movie. Again, we were talking about, what would be too far for Terrifier. I saw that question earlier and I meant to click on it, but my brain's moving too fast. Yeah, this would be too far. I don't want to see that. Frankly, that's not fun. It ruins a lot of horror movies, I think. Like in retrospect, there's a lot of movies that have that in there that I'm just like, you didn't need that. You didn't need. Well, we watched one recently that we turned off because it was just like, nope, you didn't. That totally ruined it. That was not. Yep, completely unnecessary. Not fun at all. Just mid as fuck. What is the spoiler? Billy and Stu are the killers in the original Scream. Yeah, but that came out in 1996. Beetlejuice just came out like today, technically. So, right? What?
Yeah, it did come out today.
It did come out today. It sure did. We saw it on Wednesday though because we're cool kids like that.
Oh.
Cool kids.
On Wednesday with Jenna Ortega in it.
What?
Get it?
We went on Wednesday. Oh, we went on Wednesday because we're big Wednesday fans.
Ortega?
Yes, yeah, we're huge. We're just like the biggest Wednesday fans ever. You've never seen it? It's pretty good. It's fun.
Pretty good?
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed it. It's whatever. Josh Petrino, who's hard at work on Terrifier 3 right now, is hanging out with us tonight. Josh, thanks for the 5, man. Really do appreciate you a bunch. Saying YouTube sucks. I didn't get a notification that you went live. That's all good. I appreciate that you're here now. Also, T3 sucks only because it's killing me. Just kidding. It'll all be worth it when it comes out. Josh, I appreciate the heck out of you so much. I appreciate the heck out of you for busting your butt on this movie. I know it's killing you. But I'm dead serious. When you finish up, I'm coming out to New Jersey. I'm dead serious right now. I'm coming out there. We're getting some drinks. I don't even care. I don't care what's going on, fella. I'm buying you a drink. We're getting some beers or something. We're making something happen. But I hope it's good. I can't wait to see it. Like I'm dying over here. Obviously everyone in the chat is dying to see it too. And we're wishing you so much luck, man. We're wishing you so much luck with this movie, and I hope it comes out great. Dude, thank you for the 5, man. I'm so sorry it's killing you. First round is on me. That's what I'm saying. What movie sucked? What was I talking about? Well, I was talking about a lot of movies just now. Oh, that I turned off? I don't know if I should say. It's like it's an indie horror movie that I had to watch recently, and I was just like, I don't know. It had essay in it. Let's just say that, and I was just like, that's unnecessary. I don't know. But that's all I'm gonna. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Should I just say it? Should I just? So like, here's my thing. It's an indie horror movie. I don't want to shit on indie horror movies, right? Because some people are gonna love them, and that's great, and that makes me so happy. But this was a movie where I just felt like it was a lot of unnecessary. It was a lot of unnecessary. So it's a Circus of the Dead, which is it's a movie that it has a killer in it that kind of looks like Art the Clown, and it came out beforehand, and someone had recommended me to watch it, and I'm just like, we turned it off. We were just like, this is not, it's not fun. It's like, it's almost like, obviously it came out before Terrifier, but it's almost like they were trying to do that and then add stuff like that in there. And I was just like, yeah, no, like, yeah, it's that exactly. And I just wasn't crazy about it personally, but you couldn't get into it, that one. Yeah, I couldn't get into it either. Just wasn't for me. It's crazy making a stream, especially of a movie, and having the VFX artist watching and commenting. Stefano, I count my lucky stars every day. It's crazy that I even get to do this for a living, and then to even kind of be friends with some of the people making some of my favorite movies right now is I don't know. I'm a blessed human being is how I see it. So I'm very thankful for it all. Terrifier 3 spoilers. Art kills someone in this one. You know, APVR, we just don't put up with spoilers in the chat like that, man. No, I'm fucking with you, man. Yeah, someone's gonna, dude, bro, people are gonna die. I mean, I made a video on it today, like talking about who I think are just like confirmed, like, yeah, these characters are gonna die. Because there's nothing wrong with that. There's genuine. I don't think there's anything wrong with speculating. Like, yeah, these people are gonna die in the movie. I mean, that's why we got a trailer, right? That's why we got a trailer for the movie to hype up these fun things about these horror films we love so much. Josh is saying it's because I'm always behind a fucking monitor and I have no one to talk to. I see how it is. Josh. You're just on these streams to, you don't care about me. No, I'm just fucking with you, man. No, I do appreciate, Josh, I do appreciate you so much for hanging out in the streams, though. It really does mean a lot. It's very exciting for all the people here, too, that you're popping in, saying, hey, giving us little updates on Terrifier 3. And let's make Congo, too, 100%. Listen, I got $100 to put towards this. That's all we need. We'll just go to the zoo. Let's steal some of the animals, and bam, we'll get a power. We'll steal a Nintendo Power Glove too, and we'll put it on one of the gorillas, and then we could just make the movie. Bam, I'm here for it. Also, fellas, if you guys want to see something really fun, Josh Petrino and I made a horror hot takes video on the original Congo. The original Congo, like there's a remake or something. No, Congo from 1995, which is another Michael Crichton movie. So if you like Jurassic Park and all that, you might want to check this horror hot takes video out and watch Congo. We think it's an underrated movie. It's a little so bad it's good for sure. It's got some really goofy over the top moments, but check out the video we made on it. It's probably my favorite horror hot takes today. And Josh is right. We're making a sequel. We're continuing the franchise here soon. So I love it, man. And Josh has given us a little update on Terrifier 3 in real time here, saying, I'm working on my favorite Terrifier kill of all time. Nobody is ready for this. Ooh. See, Josh, you say something like that, and my first thought is I just want to ask for a little clue, a little something. I know you can't say, but like if you could, if you could throw a little something out there for us fellas out here who are just dying for another taste of something, you could. I'm just saying. I don't think Damien would be like that mad at you. Maybe a little bit, but hopefully not that much. What else do we got going on here? Nosferatu and Superman are my most anticipated films. Dude, fuck yeah. I'm very excited for Nosferatu. Honestly, I'm excited for Superman too. They filmed that here in Cleveland, where old Jake is from, and I'm so excited to see what they ended up doing with that. I never really got into the Superman movies, so I'm really hoping that this one is a banger. I personally, to me, it looks great. Like I'm so here for it. I'm very excited to see what it's all about. I love the cast and crew so far. And Nosferatu, Chris, I'm so excited for that one too. I love Robert Eggers. The last 3 films from him have been fantastic. Not a miss from his catalog, in my opinion, so far. Nosferatu, I think, could be the best one. from all four of his four of his movies. Because like here's my thing about it. It's not only is it a familiar concept, but it's something that works so well with Robert Eggers' style. Like, I mean, he loves old school style movies so much. He is the perfect guy to remake something from that time period. And you throw something like this at like maybe like a Mike Flanagan doing it. That kind of makes sense, right? Him doing like an old school, like creepy, little creeping dread movie like that. It would make sense for him to do something like that. But I just like Robert Eggers in my mind when they announced like he was doing Nosferatu. I'm like, that's literally there's no better route for a new kind of continuation. So this has been on my top 10 like most anticipated of the year since January, basically. Like I've been so excited for this one since it got announced. So I really hope it's good. It's gonna be good. Just like this and Terrifier 3, I like know are gonna be great. Like I'm just like I'm 100% already in the headspace of just like, yeah, these are gonna be great movies because of the people working on them. The cast and crew of Nosferatu, fantastic. Oh my god, it's gonna be great. Can you shout out my friend? He loves you. I love your friend. Hello, FNAF God's friend. Hello. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. What's up, fella? Jake, try to kiss your AI girlfriend. Well, she's not real, so I can't really do that, can I? Josh is throwing a little something out there saying, I love the Norsemen, but I had someone point something out and it completely ruined an entire sequence for me. I had someone point out that the movie is just Hamlet, and that I'm not gonna lie, that I don't know if that ruined it for me, but it was just like a little bit like, oh, I thought that was like an epic original story, and then you just compare it to that, and you're like, oh, okay. But I love it. I still love it nonetheless. It's still very fun. It's a really fun movie. I will say I think Norseman's probably my least favorite from him, but again, I've only seen it once. I've seen the other ones a couple of times now. You look so pretty. Oh my god.
Thank you.
God damn. How you doing? I just saw. I was just like, whoa! Oh my god. Glenn Brock is saying space anus. Did you just see that, my friend? Oh my god, that's so funny. For those of you just joining us, I was talking about Glenn Brock's profile picture here, and I genuinely thought it was a space anus. I don't know what a space anus is, but I looked at this and I just thought butthole. I don't know what it was. But Glenn, I love you too, man. Thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate you hanging out with us, and thanks for the profile picture of a space anus potentially. So terrifying stuff. Mike Flanagan is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. That was absolutely in no way shade towards Mike Flanagan, by the way. I think he would do a great Nosferatu. But I think Mike he has like a bit of a modern flair to a lot of what he does too, though. Hush, I think, is a great example of what I'm talking about there. Like, he does like the modern horror thing really well without it being like too far into it. I don't even know where I'm going with that. Sorry, fella. Totally lost my train of thought halfway through that. I need more coffee. It's been too long of a day. Duke, the comedic creep, is saying, I want to read the Terrifier novel. It's rare to have a real one, but online? There's a comic book. There's a novel too? Oh wait, yeah, there is. There's a novel of Terrifier 2. Yeah. I remember reading about this. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I would love to read that to see what the differences are. I believe it's being written by the same guy who did like novelizations of a bunch of other recent horror flicks. Like I want to say like the Halloween Kills novelization or something like that. But that was interesting. I'm here for it. I remember reading. I read recently that there's like a comic book, and I'm like, ooh, that's cool. Love to go through that. Josh is saying whenever he hits people in the scene where the camera follows behind him, he pulls every punch. It's very obvious. Oh, really? I need. See, I've only seen it once. I saw it in the theaters and it blew my mind. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to see it again. But then again, maybe I don't. Maybe I just let that memory live in my mind as the great experience it was. Oh, Davey, you know what? I actually appreciate this. Actually, I hate to be the actually guy, but actually, Hamlet is based on the story that Eggers adapted for the Northmen. Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, because my buddy just told me that while we were baked out of our minds one time. So I'm just gonna be real. So thanks for the clarification there. So it's based on a story that's based on another story. Sure, whatever. That's so funny. I'm not gonna go on a whole thing about that, but Spanus, I like that a bunch. It is not good to ask this, but do you know if in any other countries it is possible to advance the date for Terrifier 3? You just want to see it before us. That's what's up. I see how it is. I see how it is, Stefano. I thought we were working together here, my friend, to hype up Terrifier 3, but I guess not. No, I'm just messing with you, man. I do know that Terrifier 3 is coming to a bunch of other countries, and I want to read Josh's reply here. He's saying, I know in some other countries there are strong review processes which affect release dates. This is true. But that's it. I think the world premiere in Europe is in September sometime. I remember I did a video a while back where I actually had on the screen like all the different countries it was going to. That's already like confirmed. For the life of me, I can't remember which video that was, but it was like I want to say like a week or two ago. It wasn't that long ago. So I did talk about that for anyone who does have that question. It's going to a lot more places than Terrifier 2, though. I can tell you that. I looked up the list and I'm just like, oh my God, this is nuts. And Baja Stupid Jack is saying, let's not forget Mike Flanagan is involved with VHS Beyond. Yes, he's writing the segment that his wife is directing, which is so fucking cool. It's usually like different. We're playing musical chairs with this VHS segment, which I think is dope. Oh, excuse me, everybody. So Mike Flanagan usually like writes, directs mostly. And then Kate Siegel will be like an actor, or I mean, you know, like an actress in his stuff. But we have Kate directing this time, Mike writing. I think that's so cool. So I'm very excited to see what this VHS Beyond segment is all about. I cannot Stowaway, I believe it's called off the top of my head. I know we just got some new shots from Jordan Downey's segment called Stork, which I'm really excited to see what this is all about. It looks like it's going to be it looks like it's going to be like some sort of zombies or something. It's like mutated people like running around attacking people. So I'm very excited for VHS Beyond. And also the Josh Martinez segment also looks insane too. We know a little bit about this one. The people who are skydiving and crash into a UFO like mid skydive. That's crazy. Like I'm so excited to see what this is all about. And yeah, Martinez did the VFX and directed an insane segment. He's also helping with VFX on Terrifier 3. No way. That's awesome. I have been a big fan of Justin Martinez's. Is that the right way to say that? I don't know. I've been a big fan of his VFX work for a long time, though. He did a lot of the VFX on some of Radio Silence's early stuff, and it looks fan-fucking-tastic. Like, I mean, 10 out of 10, no notes. I mean, Josh probably has a keener eye to that than I do, but from what I remember seeing Southbound for the first time, and I'm just like, this looks so good. Like, what? This is awesome. And the first VHS, too. Obviously, he did some of the stuff for Radio Silence's segment. And I know he's worked on some of the other VHS movies. I couldn't tell you specifically what he did, but I know he's done some of the VFX work there too. And to see him directing this one is so cool. So I'm so excited to see what it's all about. I couldn't stress it enough. I think he's awesome. So Josh, that's so cool that he's helping out a little bit with the Terrifier 3 stuff. It's fantastic. Fantastic to hear. He does some great work. Dev Envter is saying, hi, Jake. I watched Beetlejuice in cinemas, and I liked it. Good. I'm so glad. Wait, weren't you here earlier saying you were going to go see it? Did you just come out of the... That's so cool. Did you just come out of the theater? I'm scrolling all the way back to the top. Oh, no, you just got back, and you said the movie was great. Okay. Well, I got all excited. Well, now I'm all the way at the top of the chat, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I thought at the top of the stream you were like, dude, I was just going, and well, whatever. I'm glad you liked it though, my friend. I really enjoyed it too. I had a very good time. Jake Boss is with us tonight. Thanks for being a member, my friend. Hello. What's up, fella? Still want that beard? Kind of want to Art the Clown it off your face. I'm just fucking with you. Thanks for being here, Jake. Appreciate you a bunch. Just dropping stuff all over the place. I see how it is. Goddamn. Fuck you. Layla White is saying, hey, Jake, I might have to leave soon. It's almost 5:30. That's all good. Your parents might be taking you to see Beetlejuice. So I have one last question. Opinion on Hell of a Boss has been Hotel since he played Fizz. I have not seen this show. I know one of my favorite YouTubers does a voice on it though, Brandon Rogers, and I need to sit down and watch it. I want to say I've only seen like a little bit of it. You know, I've only seen like maybe maybe an episode. So I don't really have the most informed opinion. I'm going to be real. I've gone through Smiling Friends a couple of times now, though. That's the animated show I've been really obsessed with. Love that so much. But I will watch this at some point. Layla, have so much fun watching Beetlejuice with your folks. I hope it's great. Have a very good time. And thank you so much for hanging out with us on the stream. I really do appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Belial is saying I don't have a date for Terrifier 3 in my country, so I think I'll have to watch it on my phone. Well, you know, it's probably going to come to streaming at some point relatively soon after its theatrical run. I think it was January of 2023 when it came to Screambox, I want to say, for the second one. I don't know what the situation's going to be for 3, but I would imagine it's probably going to Screambox afterwards at some point. So that service, by the way, has just gotten better and better and better with age. There is so much good shit on Screambox nowadays. Really love that one a lot. Screambox, sponsor me. Kill Josh Petrino is saying the VFX crew for T3 is insane. We have some really great people. We really lucked out. That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. I'm so glad to hear. I'm glad you're not just like doing it alone or something. That would be impossible and totally suck. So I'm glad you have a lot of really talented folks working alongside you. So exciting to hear, man. Because again, I think practical can only take you so far. The mix of VFX and practical is what I think looks the best on screen, which is great. Jake is doing a little follow-up on that one. He's saying, don't threaten me with a good time. I might let you. See, you could grow it back. I got nothing. I got this baby face over here. I just can't. I wish I could grow a beard like that. That's awesome. It's awesome stuff, Jake. It's a 10 out of 10 show for both its... because it's like a horror and comedy. Very nice, Layla. Okay, I'm gonna give it a better I'm gonna give it a better chance because I don't really even remember like what I saw of it, you know. So I got to sit down and just watch that one for sure. So many shows, man. There's so many good shows out there. I just don't have time. I'll have time at the end of the night for like a 2-hour movie or something, but like a whole show, that's a commitment, you know. Like I stayed up like until 4 a.m. one night watching all of The Bear, like of season 3. Because I was like, if I don't do this now, I'm not gonna watch it. Like I'm just not gonna have time. And I remember sitting down and just being like, let's do this, let's make it happen. So Josh is saying I was not about to relive Terrifier 2. Well, thank God. That makes me very happy. That makes me really happy that they're not doing that. Rivgo Crazy is saying I'm going to the theaters by myself to watch Terrifier 3. I hope there's a big crowd. I hope so too. What I'll say is my Terrifier 2 theater experience for the first one. The people next to me were total strangers, and we all had like horror gear on, so it was just kind of like game respect game kind of vibe, right? And I just remember we were going back and forth the whole movie. Like, I mean, the guy next to me was like, tapping my shoulder when crazy shit would happen. We'd be like, oh my God, I was just geeking out with a stranger. It was like the best experience ever. So I hope you have something similar to that. I think that would just be that it was a wonderful experience for me, and I hope it's that for you with Terrifier 3. The excitement these movies bring is something really special. What are you saying, Madison? Saying I might die because I'm allergic to the sun heat, but I'll do it for you. What the fuck? Bring that ass to Florida and you can come with. Dear God. Erica's just gonna steal my AI girlfriend away from me. Oh no. Oh no. The hell's going on here? Danielle is saying, Jake, have you seen the Minecraft movie teaser trailer? A lot of people are disappointed and said it's bad. Here's my thing. I think some people are saying it's bad for really stupid reasons, but I think there's also some like here's my thing. I'm not crazy about it because it just looks like Borderlands again. It just looks like this looks like it's made by Hollywood for fans of Minecraft, not made by fans of Minecraft for fans of Minecraft. That's my problem with it. The art style looks really gross. I'm really not crazy about the way pretty much anything looks in that movie. I don't know. I'm rooting for it. I hope it's good. Jack Black's cool and all, but I just don't even think he can save this one. So we'll see. Again, I'm always rooting for movies, but I don't think that one's gonna be good. Bums me out. Jake, when are you coming to New Jersey? Let's stream us trying to be Friday the 13th on trying to play the old school Friday the 13th game. Dude, I'm so not kidding. Let's fucking plan something out. I'm coming out there. Like I said, first round's on me at the bar. Let's do that. That would be so much fun. I would totally come out there. I've been to New York City now, which was so much fun. But I don't even think I've really been around to like New Jersey area. Like I don't think I've actually been through there. So we'll have to do that. Josh, let's plan that out. I know you're crazy busy right now, but at some point, we'll do that. We'll make it happen. But at some point, man, at some point, let's do it. So I'm actually not completely broke now, which is nice. Anyways, let's keep moving through these comments. What are y'all saying? Y'all are just goofing around in these streams here. I'll protect you from the mean sun, Madison, says Eric. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I guess so. I guess so. That's what's up now. And Erica's hearing her giggle. That's so funny. Oh my God. What does this stream become? JD6 is saying, say what you want about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but at least it looked good. It did. Oh, JD6, I can't argue with that at all. It looked fantastic. I mean, the attention to detail from Jim Henson's Creature Shop was a 10 out of 10 with that movie. I said that in my review. I'm just like, listen, the plot was nothing to write home about, but the look of everything was spot on. Whew. Man, I mean, if they can keep that energy and write just a slightly better story for part 2, I'm here. Listen, I'm here for it. I see a lot of potential in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie series. While the Minecraft movie, I don't know if I see that much potential in. Five Nights at Freddy's, I think, could get better as they go along. So I'm actually very much so looking forward to part 2. I think it's going to be even better than part 1. 121 Beats, what's up, fella? How's it going? Saying, hey, Jake, do you think we will get another Sienna resurrection scene? If so, how do you think it will play out? That's a really good question. You know, will it be like similar to Terrifier 2, where she gets, poked and comes back to life for whatever mystical reason? I think we're going to go a little deeper into it this time around. Like, I actually think it's going to be like a... like kind of not explaining the full thing, right? Because I don't want the full picture from Terrifier 3, but I think it's going to give us another stroke of the brush on the gigantic painting that is the Terrifier franchise. So we might learn a little more about why Sienna has the powers that she has with the sword or whatever that I believe is still buried at the Terrifier based on that brand new trailer. But I don't know, another resurrection sequence, that's going to be a big maybe for me in terms of that, because I also think that there's like a little bit of a duality thing happening with our final girl and Killer. So like, do they have similar powers that we just don't know about? Are we going to explore Sienna's powers more in this one as well as Art's? Because obviously, the conversation has been mostly about what the fuck is Art the Clown? What is the full extent of his power? How do we kill this thing? But I kind of have the same questions about Sienna, considering what you're talking about here. So will we see something similar to this? I think there will be something about the new movie that will talk about this for sure. But will she die and come back? I don't know. It's a great question. 121 Beats. That'd be pretty fucking badass of a final girl, though, if she got like her arm cut off and just like put it back on. Just like, let's go. Would be pretty cool. Dive into some body horror here. I'm here for that. I want a Trick or Treat prequel set in the 1700s. That's fucking crazy, and I love it. I would love Trick or Treat 2 to finally happen more than anything. Can we get that going? Michael Dougherty keeps teasing it too. He's like, oh, we're gonna do a sequel, and then just like, I feel like it's crickets now. I remember it was like some kind of. It was some presentation or something where he was talking about how he had ideas or was working on something, and then like we haven't heard anything about it since then. I would love to see Trick or Treat 2 though, man. That first one is, I watch it every single year around this time period. Have you seen Trick or Treat? Have I forced you to watch that yet? Yeah.
No.
Oh, we gotta watch that in like this month or next month or something. Sam. I always joke about little Sam.
Never seen it.
You got to watch it. It's so good. It's so good. We watched Jaws the other day for the first time. It was like in July. The other day.
A couple months.
The other day. What was your review of Jaws again? Do you want to tell the horror community what you thought of that, beloved film? Okay, I will. So her review of Jaws was she didn't like it because the shark died. She was very upset She the shark is just an innocent little guy, and he just got blown up. So I couldn't tell you the disappointment that was writhing its way through my body when she said that. No, I'm just kidding. But Stefano has gifted some memberships. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Stefano. You still hold the record, by the way, to answer your question from the last stream. That's going to Josh Petrino, Baja Stupid Jack. You're not stupid, Jack. I love you. Me is also a gifted member. Graveyard Key. I can't fucking read. and Sean Kohler have all been gifted memberships by Stefano. Stefano, you fucking rock, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the support, my friend. Thank you. Yeah. Stefano rocks. Ugh. Davey Deathray is saying Thanksgiving is so damn good. It needs more love. I'm going to go hard on that one this Turkey Day season. Ooh, absolutely. I can't wait to get a sequel to that one. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to see what they end up doing with it, if it's another murder mystery or what ends up happening. But I loved Thanksgiving. I'm so excited to get that 4K set, hopefully sometime soon. It looks fucking gorgeous, let me tell you. Dear God. Graveyard Key is saying thanks for the gifted. Hell yeah, dog. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Jessica Myers is saying, I want a film where all the final girls across the horrorverse like team up, like Sienna, Laurie, Sydney, and all that. That would be crazy. Kind of like do a Freddy versus Jason thing, but with the final girls. I'm here for that, Jessica. Josh is saying Terrifier is all a child's dream as he stares into a snow globe. Again, with the spoilers in the chat, guys. Josh, the movie hasn't come out yet. Oh, brutal. What a twist. What a twist. Allison Chains, not Allison Chains, Allison Chains, love it, saying, I was not ready for the shopping cart scene from Thanksgiving. Rest in peace, Corky. Literally. That's so funny. The opening scene of that movie is like a 10 out of 10. Like, listen, the rest of the movie's fantastic, don't get me wrong, but the opening scene is like the best part. I love it so much. All the kills are great too. Like, nothing about it. Nothing about that movie sucks, but I just that opening, nothing tops the opening in my opinion. Like, I've seen it a couple of times now, and yeah, Thanksgiving's opening is 10 out of 10. Josh is saying I literally have a Jaws sleeve and he is sad, just so you know. So yeah. I'm not gonna repeat that. I'm just kidding. Grumpy Gorehound. I love the name. What's up, fella? Thanks for the $10. Every time I see the sorority house in the Terrifier 3 trailers, I kind of wish we were going to be treated with a few bonus kills involving a few of Mia's sorority sisters. Well, you know, again, we haven't seen a good 35% of the movie, as Damian Leone said recently. So that might still be a possibility, Grumpy. I feel like calling you Grumpy is a little derogatory. How about Gorehound? What's up, Gorehound? What's up, fella? Houndy's worse. I'm not going to say that. Gorehound. So I talked a little bit about the roommate situation. They were roommates. We were talking a little bit about that in today's video, and I was saying, like, so on the one still that we got from the trailer where you can see Mia, and she's kind of standing at the door, and she's like, ooh, come to the shower with me, Cole. You get that little picture in the background where it says like Mia and Alexa's room. Now, I'm leaning towards we don't meet Alexa, but it's still a possibility. And the reason I say that is because the actress that portrays Mia's name is Alexa Blair Robertson. So I feel like it's kind of like an Easter egg. It's like, oh, get it? Because her name's Alexa and she plays Mia. Ha! Silly. What a silly thing there. But we might end up seeing something like this. We might get some bonus kills. I'll tell you what, we might have seen half, maybe not half, of the kills in Terrifier 3. I think there's going to be a lot more. Someone reminded me today that I think it was David Howard Thornton that was said in an interview that there's like a ton of kills in this movie that tops everything from the past. So I think we'll see more than what's been teased to us, Grumpy Gorehound. But dude, thank you so much for the $10. Keep hope alive, my friend. There's a lot of characters walking in and out of that building. I'm just saying. In that shot specifically. Eli Roth's scariest film is Finn, the documentary he did on saving the sharks. That's so funny. I love it. Madison would be terrified of that one, I think. So She's crying right now. She's actually, tears are welling up in her eyes at the moment. Lord. Stereo Crow is saying just saw Beetlejuice and loved it. Very nice. I'm glad you liked it so much. We were walking out having such a good time. So Madison and I went on Wednesday and we took our buddy Darjan, who, by the way, is the big deal dad from Big Lots. I know, I'm friends with all these celebrities. But we took our buddy Darjan. He's a great guy. I love him to death. And he was not crazy about Beetlejuice. He thought it was a little too all over the place. But I'm just coming off the original film. I'm like, I can't imagine a Beetlejuice sequel that wasn't all over the place, you know? So I liked it for that. I didn't mind the chaos of the sequel. And I would even go so far as to say that it's more chaotic than the original, which at times I think makes it more fun, and it sometimes makes it a little convoluted. But I loved it. I really had a good time with it overall. I would say it's in like my top 15 of the year. Top 15. That's not bad. Top 15 is pretty good. It's up there though, for sure. I had a really good time with it. Very nostalgia. Yeah. Nostalgic, one might say. Yeah, for sure. You liked it though. You like Beetlejuice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Rock on. Terrifier 3 theory. Oh, I love theories. Saying in Terrifier 2, when the dream is taking place, Art hands Sienna a box with a heart and black goo, but also see that goo in the bathtub with Vicky. Are they related? Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Is the goo related? The secrets of the ooze, one might ask. That's a great question, actually. I don't know. I don't know. Like, could this be? I really do think that. Oh, hang on, real quick here. Josh is saying you have not seen half. Ooh, there's more kills than that, because I only counted 9 confirmed in the trailer from today's video. Spoiler alert. So that's not even half. There you go. Great stuff to hear. But the black goo, the bloody bathtub, whatever's going on with that, is that related? I think it could be, because talking about the deleted, not deleted, but just altered ending to Terrifier 2, obviously it didn't. Not obviously. It didn't originally end with Art the Clown being birthed out of Victoria. It was going to be Art the Clown breaking out of the back of her head, but then Malignant came out and kind of ruined that. So they were like, well, we got to change it up. Let's do something else. So I've always thought that Art the Clown was some kind of sickness or some kind of like almost like disease, some kind of cancer or whatever. So could that be what that's all been alluding to? This black goo in the box, whatever the fuck Vicky is doing in this movie. Yes, I think you're onto something there, APVR. I think there is some kind of connection. I think a lot of what's going on in the Clown Cafe sequence, I remember someone came up to me in 2023 at Horror Hound, specifically in Cincinnati, and said they really liked Terrifier 2, but they felt that a lot of it was like just kind of like insanity and didn't make any sense. And I'm like, I feel like that was on purpose though. There's a lot of cryptic shit in that movie that I feel like is going somewhere, but we just haven't seen the full story yet. Like that's where my mind went after I saw it for the first time. So I think this and a lot of the stuff happening in the Clown Cafe sequence, yes, is absolutely that, for sure. So you're definitely onto something, I think there, but we'll see. Super Art incoming. Oh God, Super Freddy and now Super Art. Dear Lord, no. let's not do that. That's so funny. Let's wait until the 5th entry at least before we start doing that crazy shit. John Kramer is saying, hey Jake, did you watch the Wolfman teaser? I did. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Like a lot of Blumhouse teasers and trailers and stuff, I do feel like it maybe gives away a little too much. Like I got the plot from it, if I'm being real. But again, it's a Lee Winnell movie, and if we learned anything from Invisible Man, we know that there's probably going to be some twists and turns in it. I'm very excited for this, though. Lee Winnell is one of my favorite directors in the space right now. Listen, if we're just basing it off of his last 2 movies, like Upgrade and Invisible Man, we're in for something good here. So I really think this is going to be a banger. I can't wait to see this one in January. Can't wait to start the year with this one. This is like the first big horror movie that I'm really excited for next year. So I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be a good one for sure. Wolfman's gonna rock. John Kramer's also saying 5 weeks from Terrifier 3. Hell yeah, dog. I can't wait. It's gonna be very fun. I really think this is a funny comment. I'm shitted with typing stuff. You know, I shit my pants while I type stuff too, man. There's no shame in it. Anyways, what else is going on here? I got a few more. I want to answer a few more questions, then old Jake's probably got to sign off. Jake, have you watched Todd and the Book of Pure Evil yet? That sounds really familiar. That sounds like is that like a show or something? Todd. What?
Literally that same person asked us like a week ago and said that we should watch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should.
That's why it sounds familiar. It's a show.
That's why I remember it. See, that's why I'm so thankful that you're here. Apparently, this person told me about this last week, and I just forgot because I got to stop smoking so much pot. And anyways, this is a TV series from 2010 and to 2012. Okay, rock on. It looks like they made a movie based off of it in 2017 too. I'm gonna have to sit down and watch this one. I like the vibes. It looks very like metal and evil. It kind of looks like Deathgasm a little bit. If you guys know that movie, has like a Deathgasm vibe to it. I'm here for it though. I got to watch this. Todd is great. Definitely smoke pot and watch it. Well, there we go. I'll probably forget to do it again because of that. but rock on, dude. Oh my god. And Jake Boss was telling. Okay, this is something I do remember. Jake Boss was telling me if I'm still interested. Pretty sure you are. David Howard Thornton and Damien Leone will be at Imogen Canton Theater. At that address on October 25th and the 26th, likely for a screening of Terrifier 3. Yeah, dude, I will be there. Like, fun fact. I don't care that that's going to be like the busiest time for this channel ever. I would kill to be at that showing with both of them. That'd be so cool. So no, 100%. Let's rock and roll. Let's make that happen. Jake, if you're there, let me know. We'll meet up or something. It'll be a fun time. And Lighting Ghost is throwing $2 out there saying, I miss the Lethal Collective, not gonna lie. I miss talking with all those guys at the same time. You know, I get to one-on-one with some of those dudes every now and then, but I miss this too. For those who don't know, I ran a side channel for a little while with two of the other, three of the other, dear God, I'm leaving out Fate in my mind. I love Fate. He's great. He's a goofy little guy. I ran a horror channel where we were talking about like Scream updates, like as a group with some of the other Scream horror content creators. And we like, honestly, what kind of ended up happening is we tried to pivot and it just wasn't, the excitement just wasn't there. And I would love to keep doing it, but it just seems like the only thing that people really wanted to see on there was us talking about Scream, and there hasn't been a Scream update in God knows how long. There's been rumors and this and that and whatever, but it's just like, you know, are we going to talk about the rumor that someone made up on Twitter every single week? Probably not. So maybe when Scream 7 starts picking up a little bit here in January, we might come back to it, but I don't know. But dude, I miss it too. I'll tell you what, I miss talking with those guys. Maybe we'll have them on at some point. But thank you so much for the $2. I do appreciate you a bunch. What else is going on here? You really want to be there, and you might. Okay, I'll keep you updated to talk about it. Hopefully we do it. Can you guys bring that back when we get closer to Scream 7? I'll definitely have those guys on when we start getting into Scream 7. Obviously, right now it's Terrifier Central here, but as we learn more and more about Scream 7, hopefully soon, yeah, no, I will definitely have those guys on. I love them. I miss them. They're great dudes. Josh is saying the Killjays, it has to be a thing. Josh, whenever you want to start a YouTube channel, just let me know. Just let me know. Let's do the podcast, man. We'll do that whole thing. I got to start a podcast. I got to do that at some point. Okay, all right. Last comment, and then old Jake's probably got to sign off because we do got to get moving here very soon. APVR is saying, wait. If they altered the ending that happened, wouldn't Vicky have died? Maybe you're right. She might sacrifice herself. Sorry for repeating. No, you're good. I love it. That's what we're here for. Theories. I think that Vicky, like, we're probably gonna chronologically pick up right where we started off from Terrifier 2 with that post-credit scene. I don't know if that's where the movie's gonna start though. I feel like that's not. I don't know. Again, I feel like this movie's gonna be out of order based on things we're hearing about it, but who knows? But I do feel like there's going to be some kind of sacrifice with Vicky's character, and that might set up a lot of the satanic themes that we're already seeing in the trailer. It might be a good way to do it, like towards the opening, and with Vicky just sacrificing herself so that Art the Clown can get back to his true form. Something else I noticed in the trailer today that I didn't notice this until after I posted today's video, but I went back and watched the trailer again, and I just noticed that there's a scene, the opening scene where Art the Clown is sitting and looking out the window. There's no cobwebs. And then the scene where the guy, Eddie, with the high-vis jacket, walks up to him with like the flashlight or whatever. There are cobwebs. Watch it again. That's totally where the time jump happens. So that was something I noticed today that I wanted to point out, because I'm just like, oh shit, he's totally just going to go sit down in that chair and be there for 5 years until Eddie starts to fuck with him around Christmas time, which is nuts. So I thought that was really cool. I totally missed that first time around. I was like, oh, there's no cobwebs. Oh my God, it's crazy. So yes, I'm very excited for the film. I can't wait. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. What am I going live next? I believe I'm going live next on Monday. And then Tuesday with Davey Deathray, who was here earlier. He's great. Love him to death. We're going to have a very fun stream. It's going to be a good time. So join us for both of those. I'll be streaming a lot next week. I might be making some videos. I don't know. But it's going to be a lot of streams in September for sure. But thank you guys again for hanging out with us tonight. Really do appreciate you a bunch. This was such a fun stream. And we'll be live on Monday again. Talk to you guys after the weekend. Have fun this weekend. Stay safe. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out.